Yes, into this dark corner of the room. Good luck.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Iomedae! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Scheer.
Yo.
Yo! Yo, Davy McDavid, thank you for the 22 months.
We are the light!
What the fuck is happening?
May I see
Is it
your
clerics? I
entrails,
saw a cleric
please?
somewhere.
All I see is blackness.
Go for their
Oh my god, I got crit for 19 damage? And then I died from 1 damage from that. Yo! Oh shit. Oh, it was on the stairs somewhere.
Rely on me.
You can trust me.
Magnesium Turinos.
Magnesium Turinos. Magic door. Magic door, magic door.
Not this time.
You can probably play the game solo too. Is it really 55%? Huh?
Wherever
Did I only
my
break
legs
it?
Carry me.
Well, I guess you can try it multiple times. Alright. Oh, that's the wardstone, I guess. Did my game bug? I think my game bugged out. Oh, no, oh! Unbugged!
Yet another obstacle.
Is that random recruit running away? I guess I will fight the left side.
Let the attack commence.
Did you see
No, is all of this blood
Oh my god, my
mine?
HP.
Never thought I had that much.
No heals, huh? Oh, I have.
The inheritor.
I'll
Guide
cut
my
you wide
blade.
open. This is how it feels. This is how it feels.
Oh no, she died! Oh, it sucks so much to use this so early on. Charges 1.
Let's shake a leg.
But we play as the game comes.
I crave for adventure.
Scum it? No. No save scumming it. We simply play as the game comes like this. You think they mind if I just sleep here for 3 days?
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Prepare potions? Oh. Oh, I have a free spell slot. Oh, I didn't even check spellbook at all.
Thanks for the stream, Mr. Sing.
And I never checked the spells at all at any point. Summon nature's ally? Fuck your light wounds, man. Such a post-fight thing. It summons a natural might? A might? Thank you, Cement, and thank you for the 8 months of tier 3, man. I want bless. Ooh. 2 times. Oh, maybe schlafen? AoE schlafen? Think he's okay. What the hell is abyssal corruption? Oh, so you can't spam sleep. Rest in a safe location. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So you can't spam sleep in a hard dungeon.
Reflected their inner life, no one would leave the house without a mask. And nobles wouldn't leave without a cloak concealing their entire body.
I wouldn't say your appearance reflects your mind. If that were true, you'd be the size of a mouse.
Don't mind us. Just, sleeping here for a whole day.
Together we
Else we
stand.
miss all the fun!
I have so many potions. Did I loot this? Yeah. Well, good thing I picked up that radiant sword.
What's this? Do we have guests?
I'm hard.
Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Oh, what did you do, dwarf? Where did you put your pee-pee in?
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
Look at this. Hey, demon woman! What's wrong with your face?
Oh, how rude. You're one to talk, mortal, with a face that even a mother would loathe. Staunton, sweetie. You're not going to let your friends speak to me like that, are you?
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Teresen fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, no, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
I stand here. Team, go!
You won't survive me.
Oh, the orc died. I'm sure she just passed out. Oh, fake death, actor.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
The mongrel did it.
Did you see that?
As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with the power coming from the stone. Suddenly, your head is filled with voices. Screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening voices pleading for help. Shrieking curses and taunts. You blink and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. But what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand. But wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
I'm still hard, even after all of that.
Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for
Fucking lad.
generations.
Ah, fucking lad. I'm glad I took him with me.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more, and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours. You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
An And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
She sounds so much like Windrunner.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
Make me. One of the sweetest spoils of war is gloating over your broken and humiliated enemy. You want to deny me that pleasure?
3. Evil. Requires demon mythic path. Succumb to the rage. You're sick of talking. Why do you have to listen to her? Why can't you just crush, rip, devour whoever you want? Whoever's in your way, a malevolent roar erupts unbidden from your throat. You've performed a evil action.
Hey, are you alright? If you're planning on going berserk, don't forget who's friend and who's foe. There she is. The demon! Go get her!
Failed a will check. Oh shit! My will is like -2. No, wait, I have +6. I rolled a 9. Oh, I was 1 off! Man! I needed a 10, I got a 9. Who does this dwarf think he is? How dare he give you orders? You will silence him. For good. The rage bursts free. You want only one thing. To gouge out Stanton's eyes, break open his ribcage, and rip out his heart.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Well, I guess he's fucking dead. If I wasn't so damn weak. What the fuck?
No, is all of this blood mine?
I'm tired of
Never
playing
thought I had
around
that
now.
much.
You want to know what will happen when I'm done
That's
with the
my
Void
rage?
Stone? Here's a little demonstration.
That's my demon rage. The demoness whispers a spell, and a wave of darkness sweeps through the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, but it is nothing compared to what you feel. 1,000 voices once again burst into your mind, drowning you in their moans, screams, and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull. Evil. You will pay for this, demon scum. You will pay dearly.
Powerless rage. I love it. Threaten me more.
The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wall of screaming. Your vision goes dark. I don't think I could have killed that dwarf at all. He's probably like some level 6 or 7 character. I wasn't even low on AC. I was like 24 AC or something at this point.
Praise Iomade, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long, I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
Did we win?
Sadly, no.
We lost.
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems they're holed up in the Tower of Estrad.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly.
Of course the dwarf survived.
I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
The dwarf had a portrait So it means he's either very important to the story or he's a companion.
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting. You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Ward Stone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Ward Stone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss. The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomede, created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial Armies. The Ward Stones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the Abyss. First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Ward Stone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him.
Yes, I remember Staunton.
The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use. And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori.
Aldori?
A new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back. May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabras still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more.
She's awfully generous for someone like me, who literally attacked her own soldier. And then I blacked out like a little pussy. Didn't do any damage to the boss, and it had to take me away. Oh, my stash.
How is game so far?
Thank you, Sir Josh, level 17. Game is pretty good so far. I just finished the tutorial area, the first dungeon, and I think they just let me out in freedom for the first city. Hey, wait, mind if I bend your ear about something? So here's the first and the most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission. I get that, and I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. Saw me in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. So the rift that damn beetle left with its size, well, it cut the city into two. And it's kinda difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them try to make sure. But if you've got a mind to go across, I think you're gonna have to go eventually. Okay, sure. Your task is far too important. You can't just hold up in your cozy and waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to Nashville. Got it? Thanks for the warning. Sure. They attack, I come back. Staunton? Sorry for attacking you in the Grey Garrison. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vane. If you've heard rumors about me. Just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true. Don't worry about it. Anything can happen in battle, especially when you're dealing with demons. Since we're on the subject, I won't ask what troubles you. That's your business, and we'll keep it that way. But I can tell
45.
when
the person is fighting a losing battle against themselves, and I know something that can help. Here, take this. It's already served me well as it could. May it do the same for you. Cloak of Unbending Will. Okay. I need to talk to the elf who calls himself the Storyteller. The Storyteller? Strange fellow, that one. He used to sit with me for hours, asking about all sorts of things. Never offered judgment or comfort, he just listened. At first, I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible. But later I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he's alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too. So if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what it means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Black Wing. It's a library. Here, I'll show where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loved the place. Huh. He would sit there day and night. What do people say about you? They say I'm a traitor, as bad as Aridu Vorlesh. That I'm a disgrace even among the ranks of the condemned. That Queen Galfrey should have never spared me, and I belong on the gallows. You don't have any friends? I couldn't survive this long if I was completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. He's never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even fighters in the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Shit, man. Commander Tirabade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She has no qualms about taking me into battle. She's had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason in this farce. I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in the fortresses on the edge of world wounds, instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the wound. The mighty, unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell. And all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried. They wanted to execute me, and rightly so. But the queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I had done. So that's how I live, decade after decade fighting in the condemned. As you can see, I have fixed nothing, and I have earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me. Spit? I am evil, but I'm also lawful. You keep living and fighting with no hope of anything better. That's because that's what the queen ordered you to do? There's honor in that. I don't want to spit in his face, man. I'm lawful. And he gave me a cloak too for my trouble. You may be right, but you know, even a stone and iron get worn down over time. I know what it means to live a regimented life, but I cannot rely on my discipline alone forever. I pray to Torak, though he does not listen. That my body breaks before my conscience does. A whole city fell because of you. He went for demon pussy, didn't he? He saw that nice pink demon pussy, and he messed up the whole city for it. What do you mean, how? If you don't trust the word of a condemned, go ask somebody else, like my little brother Joran. And if you still don't believe it, what's it to me? Huh? My life is in the Queen's hand. The condemned is in the worst part. All these years I've prayed to Torah for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priest. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. If only the father of dwarven kind would answer to my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but just to tell me that I'm still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a fuck. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own god doesn't think I deserve redemption? I have to go. I have to go, bye.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Oh hey, see how they patched me up. Now I can run, jump, dance, and jig if I feel like it. Any suspicious places in the city I should pay attention to? There were a couple spots I wanted to check out, but I didn't have time. If there really is a den of cultists there, it would be good if you could swoop in there and bust some heads. You don't even need a search warrant. First one is the Silken Thread. It's a funny little tailor shop that doesn't take any orders and never buys any fabric. But they always seem so busy. They're busy with something and they're alright, but sewing ain't it. Second one is the alchemy shop, Topaz Solutions. And they trade in everything, not just healing potions. Judging by the ingredients they've been buying on the black markets, there's something fishy about the alchemic rituals going down in that place. Yeah.
SingSing D&D session soon, Pa.
Like the atmosphere for the 37. D&D sessions? I don't have friends. What can I do for you? Show me the skulls you're selling. Take all my garbage. Does he buy weapons? A skull seller that buys weapons? Oh, he sells a lot of shit. Oh my god, that's a lot of skulls. Well, there's a faster way than this, right? Right? Besides bulk selling? Maybe like this? Oh, and this is all masterwork stuff. But I think I might want to keep some of these. Yeah. I think I'll keep this. Braces of the Wizard? Oh, can't use. Ah, whatever. Thank fuck there's a button for that. Oh, there's another named person here. Indara. I hope this example clearly illustrates the difference between the Jeska legionaries from the last war and the Crusaders. The perfection of form and spirit they were imbued with during creation turned them into parts of a well-balanced war machine. Not a ragtag bunch of individuals, but a united whole. Now tell me again why am I supposed to be impressed by your reckless assault where everyone is fighting with the ego and a variety of it appears? Simple point is heroic sacrifice. Looks like we got a student of warfare. Were your words meant to recognize my achievements or to start a fight? The way Mendevian Crusaders usually do. If those gist of yours or whatever had come for us, would have had their guts for garters. You think we've never fought a mighty adversary before? I would love to see you storm a 60-foot tall walking castle shaped like a gigantic elephant that carries siege fortifications on its back. And I'll have you know that these fortifications were defended by Juskan priest craftsmen armed with demon-bound war machines. What? They use the enemies you cannot defeat as mindless weapons. You shouldn't argue with someone who happens to be one of the most authoritative researchers on the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. Why does it feel like this person is full of shit? Why is that? Attack! Insulting Crusaders will cost you dearly! No, wait. Who are you? I am Indara, a warrior, a magus, a scholar of classical warfare from Garunt. I admit that I am mildly offended by the fact that my name is entirely unfamiliar to you, but I'm willing to accept that it is due to Avistan's isolation from the sophisticated culture of the world at large. You've come a long way to be here. I like to think of myself as an inhabitant of Golarion, and I don't narrowly identify with any country in particular. Why did you come here? To witness a legendary war. Confrontation between denizens of a plain famous for its love of violence and the crusaders from every continent, united by the common goal of defending their home. An epic struggle of colossal proportions. That hasn't been particularly epic so far, truth be told. Dry Infinity, thank you for the 14 months, man. Maybe she just can't see it from here? This guy's called Pink Eye? There's a monk with a black eye grins and he mutters under his breath. Maybe she just can't see it from here. The view will get way more epic if she stops hiding among us and actually goes outside. I disagree. The Crusaders are doing a commendable job. Is it your birthday, Dry Infinity? Happy birthday, dude. Oh yes, in a situation we found ourselves in can attest that, but again, demons are no better. The preferred strategy also involves brute strength, mindless assault, and unfounded confidence in their superiority. Why don't you join the Crusaders and show them how it's done? How the fighting should be done? No! I'm a historian, an analyst, and a theorist. Do you know what these three words have in common? They describe a mortal woman who does not participate in the conflict upon which her thesis will be founded. But then again, I will be hardly able to describe this mess of anything other than a feeble likeness of the last one, Jistka. You're wrong to take the Crusaders with such disdain. Allow me to explain. A debate? Oh, I will be happy to prove that the current conflict cannot hold a candle to the last war of Jistka. Very well. The last war of Jistka was waged during a significantly greater number of troops. Both sides actively relied on reinforcements from allied planes. And the strategic planning was perfected through no fewer than 7 rounds of intensive design. None of that above applies to this war of yours. Do I have this? +9 on world, +7 diplomacy. Compared to Jistka, we're but stone club wielding kobolds. I would like to conclude my thesis with a few words of wise counsel from Dagon, an advisor to the Pharaoh of the Forgotten Plagues. That is some title, the Pharaoh of the Forgotten Plagues? I doubt you will comprehend the true genius of his statement. But here it is nevertheless. A godfly sees the ox. The ox pays no heed to the godfly. But Crimson Fever takes them both. Okay. I have +9. Which means I just need to roll a 6 or higher. 6 out of 20. Success. I rolled a 15. And therefore I roll a 24. There is logic in your words, I give you that. Yes, the concept of war does not change. But the degree of sophistication in the methods that we use to destroy our foes? As a scholar, I cannot deny that there is a certain truth beneath your skeptical statements. History is a complex discipline rooted in fact and evidentiary basis that grows ever more meager the farther the described period is from the present moment. Of course, if I were to argue in bad faith, the way the Crusaders embellish their tales of slaying a single Brimmerach by adding a dozen of battles, for example, I could win this debate. But I am above such things. And therefore I'm forced to admit that your skepticism is not entirely without merit. Then get out of a shelter. Have you changed your mind about joining our Crusaders? I don't see the point. Your Crusaders seem to be quite confident in your skills. If nothing else, you've presented your arguments with extreme confidence. Oh, this is a worthy blade. It will be of use not only for the strong, but also for the wise. My wisdom is 7. And this is where I bid you farewell. Before the end of the day, I was planning to observe how winged demons use pack tactics to drive their prey like herds of livestock. It is about time I got back to my research. Stay safe. What the fuck? She has Dimension Door? It's like a level 7 spell? Claw of Jiska. A +1 flaming short sword. Huh. This might even be better than my fist. Oh, this is my first one. I lose 1 full attack. I could use this when I hit level 3, I guess. What's my damage of fist? Two to 7. And with this it's 14-4. But I hit once per round. This one I hit twice per round. I'm level. Oh, I leveled up.
So many thoughts, so little time.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Very cool. Where fight though? This game has a lot of fighting, but they come in. How do you say it? Comes in big portions. Yeah, it's like phases. It's like lots of talking, lots of fighting, lots of talking, lots of fighting. I'm a sword saint. Finally, my fucking my stats actually mean something now. Finally. Oh, time for weapon finesse too. Chosen weapon. So I wanted to go rapier. But I'm not even... Like, I hate that I have to choose now. So I'm not even sure. I just found a nice short sword, but it seems so short-sighted too. To just go for short sword just because I got something now. I'll keep going rapier. I will find a good rapier eventually, I'm sure. What to use? I only have this, don't I? I only have 2 strike. Yeah, it even says it's available. Sword Saint is like a spell slinger, yeah. I'm gonna hit and cast spells at the same time. +1 enhancement, bonus attack, and damage rolls. Does not stack with a masterwork weapon. But does it work on magic weapons? Yeah. I guess so. Just not masterwork type. I'll take that. Always magic missile. I already have with this person. I already have shields. Plus 20 bonus on stealth checks. Ah. I think I just take random nukes and hope for the best. You went swords in and picked a two-handed weapon? I guess you didn't read your skill, huh? With spell slingers, they need the offhand to be free, otherwise they can't use the spell at the same time as they're hitting. So yeah, you kinda don't use two-handed weapons. Oh well, you know, that's the base idea of it. Maybe there's some crazy guy that goes with crazy builds that works with it. I don't know. The thing is, there's so many options and classes in this. There might just be like random stuff that's super good that you might not think of it, you know, from the standard classes. Alright. I think I'll use the sword. I lose one attack per round, but I do much more damage per hit. So it should be fine. And I look fucking sick. What's the story so far? Demons attack the town and we're about to solve that problem.
Forwards?
Or something.
No, backwards. Backwards!
Hey there, during that march through the dungeon we never got the chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. I'd like to know more about you. Ask me anything. Where are you from? I'm a little bit from Geb. A little bit from Katapesh, but mostly from the Knights of Imode. Iomede. I was accepted and began my training at 14. I belong to the ranks more than I belong to any other place. A very long one. A traveler expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I only have 3 tales of interest, and I like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I won't have anything to show for myself then when it's time to start bragging. And that just won't do. Especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of battle with chupacabras. Lawful isn't your attitude towards life and war too carefree, especially for a paladin? Are you even a paladin? Was that a hint of reproach? If you're only asking, then no. I don't think so. You have to know when it's time for jokes and when it's time for mourning. The right moment for joys and for sermons. And sometimes a good traveling story can be all of those things. If it entertains and purifies the soul. Purifies the soul. That story about the Chupacabras is one of the good ones. Picture a small town in Kadira. And down in the dungeon there's 2 murderers waiting to be executed. The gallows already built for them. The rope's been bought, but sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly a paladin of Imune appears in the doorway and offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her, fight some monsters, they live. If they survive, that is. I need some more water. Right back. All this talking is drying out my throat. There's a big difference between imminent death and probable death with a glimmer of hope. Wouldn't you say? So here we are traveling through the desert. Me and my friend, a priestess from Sarenrae, along with the little rat folk fellow who'd asked for our help. And the 2 cutthroats. We get to the rat folk village and saw their bodies lying around, all drained dry. We figured we'd have to fight vampires. That's how the little rat folk described the monsters who attacked their village. And that's why we went in all brazen like. The sun was high, and the vampires couldn't attack until dusk. But we never got a chance to look around. Black shadows, quick as the wind, attacked us from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed right away. The second one ran for his life. That left me, the red folk, and Kira. Kira? Kyra? Kyra, that was the name of the priestess, and we all steeled ourselves with the fight of our lives. And just when we thought the end had come, with the chupacabra surrounding me like a pack of dogs around a bear, and a red folk friend wounded and down, and the teeth of the quickest of those blasted monsters was clenched on Kira's shoulder. Right then, when all hope was lost, the other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kira. I'm sure you know what a turning point in the fight looks like. Well, this was it. A moment before we were lost, and a moment later we had it back under control. The chupacabras dropped dead one by one. The little red folk, reunited with his family, were hiding in the basement. The priestess and I closed the eyes of that boy from the gallows who saved us. It was a shame he didn't survive the fight. Oh, he died too? May the gods keep his soul in its journey throughout the afterlife. Evil! Your savior was a fool, he could have easily fled. Nah, I'll do this one. That's a good story. And I'd fancy the stunt earned him some points at his final judgment. It's smart to remember our journey doesn't end in death. Had it not been for that Mercy Milos, that was his name, who would be hanging from a noose, and me, Kira and all the red folk would be dead in that village. Someone told me that a kind deed done by an unkind person is 100 times more precious. Sounds like bullshit. By the same token, an evil done by a noble soul is 100 times more horrifying. That's what I really wanted to say. The chupacabras were just a good starting point. I've learned everything I wanted to know. Ah, yeah, fuck it. That's a serious question and a good one. You should ask it. Comparing the long story. To start with, 12 years ago I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solku with the other homeless orphans. I stole, fought, and I was a hired sword for a bit. Not the proper origin for a paladin, is it? Back then, Solku was a city of orphans, widows, and widowers. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among their victims. People that I heard about knew deaths before they'd finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of knights of Imode brought a glimmer of hope to the city. But while others saw them as saviors and protectors, I was busy pricing up their noble horses and gleaming mithril armor. Wondering just how much one of their pretty swords would fetch. She was stealing. A thief lives one day at a time, that's what they'd say. I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyhow, I was able to sneak into the knight's camp and steal one of the mithril helmets. And I was right there when a gnoll attacked the helm's owner. Asimi was her name, and dealt a blow to her unprotected head. A gnoll like all those others she'd fearlessly driven from the gates of Solku. That one blow was fatal, but who was really to blame for her death? The gnoll attacker or the young thief named Sila? I am lawful, therefore I pick lawful. Even a seemingly small misdeed can have terrible consequences. Yes, you're right 1,000 times over. I hate to say it, but I just didn't see it back then. And if I had never got the last of my eyes would probably never been opened. But who knows what would have happened if it wasn't... who knows what would have happened to me if it wasn't for Asimi and her bravery and her death. Maybe the world would know Sila as a bandit, not as a knight and a protector of those in need. There's a saying I like to remember. People rarely find redemption on their own. Someone must show them the way. Let's redeem everybody. But you were asking me what brought me into the ranks of Imode's warriors. We all choose the paladin's path for our own reasons. Some are guided by nobility of spirit, some by a desire to fight injustice. I became who I am through penance and a debt unpaid. The day Asimi died protecting my city, I wanted to kill myself for the terrible guilt I felt. But then I realized it wouldn't make the world any better. And I decided that instead I'd try to take her place. I'd become who she had been and protect the innocence that she would no longer be able to protect. That's all I want to know from her. Earwolf said your friend Jana is missing. Do you know where to look for her? Earwolf is worried about her fighters. I understand that. I wanted to look for Jana myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Jana and I met in Cannabis a few days ago and just hit off. We went drinking together. We went to the on-freedom celebration together too. But we got separated in the crowd. We should start looking from the main square. That's where I last saw her. Jana's a good fighter. Even if she is green. Green as in new or orc? Can't even tell. She couldn't have become an Odori otherwise. Oh, that means she's alright. Thank you, Avery, for the 3 months. What do you think was going on in Cannabis? It's complete chaos. It's lucky that we're here to handle it, right? Does the way I talk bother you? I know I can seem blaze. Blasé? Looks like blasé with the little eyebrow. Many good people and our protector Terendel have died here in Cannabis. A paladin of Ima they expected to be popularly respected and solemn. Thank you, Stanley, for the 16. But I prefer to face my troubles with a smile and a bit of common sense. Grief is a weapon they'll use against you. It can undermine a warrior's spirit. It's better we hold off on grief until we've driven the last demon and cultist from the city. For a 10-int woman, she's actually quite smart, huh? Like, you wouldn't expect this sentence from a 10-int woman. Lawful. There's wisdom in the traditions of mourning, and one shouldn't reject them. All the more so if an appropriate merriment could offend the other mourners. Many people love the ones with parents in Cannabis. That's wisdom? You think that's wisdom? I guess that's more wisdom than int. I don't remember the wisdom score is though. You may be right. I should keep myself in check more. Better discipline, more self-control qualities suited to a paladin. Is fighting all you want? How about uncovering myself in glory and becoming the hero of 100 ballads? Or at least a dozen, if they're lively ones. Anyway, to be more serious, the area around the World Wound is the best place for a paladin wishing to defend the weak and serve the good. Being part of the crusade is a reward enough for me, but there's something that worries me. I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing my brothers in arms, but the Eagle Watch and the other orders are focused on just one aim. The war against World Wounds. That's why they can sometimes overlook smaller things, ordinary misfortunes, you know? Okay. Let's see, what's her wisdom at? 13. She's not wise or smart. But she's a little bit pretty. And very strong. Especially for a human. How is the city? I wanna leave this place. I wanna level up the other guys after. Oh, Lan is here too. Here for a chat. I've been waiting for you to come and see what strange beast you have taken into your party. I think I'll hold off for this one. Next time I'll read his story. Oh. Where's my party? Do I not bring them along? No, they show up here. Oh, I guess it's just this. Also, there's loot here. Loot! Hilo and the nightmare spinners. It's the point of safe zone. Yeah, right. I see. There's some FPS drops in this game. A bit worrisome.
Trail me.
To the basement? Basement? Free shit! Surrender thy soul, Delvin. What the fuck? I got you again. How many times is that today?
Sing is finally visiting subs.
Thank you for the 5. This is where you guys are? Subs in the basement?
Hey, Chief.
Oh,
Hey, Dreamboat,
party
come
member
over
maybe.
here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap. Woljif Jeffdo. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem. I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem.
And then much
Armor,
deeper
weapons,
basements,
scrolls,
sir.
you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
Thank you, Elaborate Dog, for the 2 months.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras. Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
Always stealing.
Thank you, Master, for gracing us with your presence.
Santa Dodos, thank you for the 11.
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious. That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. Got that? Will you do it? I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
I'll get him. Wonder what he is. Good with a dagger? Good with magic? Another magus? I can't be playing with 3 maguses, right? What kind of party is that? 3 fucking maguses? Where was she? Oh, like here. There's a tiefling chained up in the Defender's Heart. What can you tell me about him? Woljif is a petty thief from a gang of tieflings operating in Canabras. That's what we call him in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we had only one of them. The rest managed to escape. We have nowhere to keep him aboard Defender's Heart, but that's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him free, or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? If you want to recruit Woljif and put him to good use, go ahead. Take him off a guard's hands. We can ill afford to let the soldiers spend their days watching over a middling thief. Only was useful, but you decided to take him along. Well, that was easy. My party member now.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Any chance I'll finish this game? We think it's Magomed stream? We actually finish games here. Give me that.
Well, Chief,
I've talked to
what do you got
Irabeth
for me?
and have decided to make you part of my troop.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that Big Sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following? Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
This guy seems untrustworthy. I wonder if I can even do this quest. What the fuck? Levers?
This way.
Not sure if puzzle or random levers. Joran Vane. A new face in the city. You picked a good time to come to Cannabis. As you can see, we're in sore need of warriors. Everybody goes Megas in their first playthrough? Really? I think most people just pick fighter. Oh, I can show him Radiance. Cool. I'll go back to that room. I want to see. It's gotta be a puzzle. But I don't want any solutions, man. I have no money, man. You think people avoid basic fighters? Really? I usually go for basic fighter. Because fighters are so nice. They're just so strong without putting any effort into it. You know, besides like... just items.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Fighters are so nice. Oh, you can play a mage too. You can play anything you want. I am Thorn Autumn Haze at your service. Who are you? I might be able to help you. Expect no less. Arrows here that pierce me with poison and only can find out the poison's effects. I wish to aid you in your hunt. I thank you, but this is my mission. I'm finding things. Ah. Can I ever do this? I have plus 10. I just need to roll 16. No, I need to roll a 10. No, it's 26. Never mind. Oh my god, that is 16. Failed. I rolled an 8. Her skin is dark, her hair is pretty white. Ah. I want to go back to that place. That was a low chance to succeed.
Backwards! No, backwards! Backwards!
What the fuck? Missing a perception check, maybe? I don't know.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Does this reset? No, they stay the same. Don't know.
This way.
Oh my god, it's been 6 hours already? Man, time goes too fast sometimes. This game is just absorbing my time. Just out of nowhere like that. Oh, it's this side of the tavern. This didn't go here. If I can exit him for the 18 months. I have a few options now. I think I'll start with the close ones. I can't even go here, can I? No. It's like on the other side or something. Oh, let's do his quest first. And I want to level up the other guys. Spotted enemies? Oh, fuck, I didn't level up the guys yet.
No reason to pause.
I have time. Level 2 and level 3 paladin now. Weapon focus. Longsword maybe? Oh, I didn't ask about the Radiance weapon from the guy. Mercy? Whenever a paladin uses lay on hands to deal damage to one target, the heal damage on target is no longer fatigued. No longer shaken. Guess I'll just pick a random one. Doesn't seem that great. Not like I know what I'm gonna be sick with. Spirit Hunter. Very interesting class. Why is point blank shot recommended for her? Oh, she has weapon finesse too. Oh, she was a spell champ before. I just didn't really check that much. I collab with personal dream sync with the 19, man. I'm not even sure what their class is. How am I supposed to know what to take? Bonus AC here. Jesus. Enhancement shaman? I don't know, man. Trying to figure out what I want this character to be. She looks like a weird melee support caster thing. Oh, she gets level 2 spells too. Interesting. I think I'll just give her dodge, man. Yeah, I don't know what to do with her. It's such a weird character. I don't want to give her a weapon focus. I want to keep her weapon options big. Since she's a weird character too, I don't know what to give her. Can't go wrong with 1 AC, I guess, but it's such a whatever choice. Oh, I could do combat reflexes. Get attacks of opportunities per round equal to your dexterity bonus. What's your dex bonus? Fuck, I can't see. But it should be high anyway, because she has weapon finesse. I'll do combat reflexes. It's +4. Okay, that's pretty good. And my Zen monk archer. Oh my god, some of these classes are so strange. Deadly aim. You can choose to take a -1 penalty on all attack range rolls to gain a +2 bonus on all damage rolls. When your base attack bonus reaches +4 and every +1 after it, the penalty is by 1 and damage is by 2. Seems okay. Dragon style? No, whatever. I don't want to put too much effort into these guys. Point blank master. Longbow. Alright, cool. I don't even know what this guy is.
Where else would
This guy's new. Class. Rogue Eldritch Scoundrel. A dual wielding guy. Very smart, very high dex. Noodle arms. No wisdom, no charisma. What's his AC at? 17. He cannot tank at all.
Shall we move? We shall move. Can we retreat already? I'll take the bait.
Oh, I just switch weapons. Because what I can do now is I go back to the shield of this one and I give this to her and then and then she uses this instead. Oh, but she needs a hand. No, wait, she does need a hand free.
Would you please keep this ugly thing away from me?
She can't use fucking glaives. She's the only one who can use glaives. Man. You shouldn't be too afraid to get into this game. Just because there's so many options doesn't mean you can just not go for easier ones too. You know, you can start out building some regular builds. Like all of the pure classes are probably completely fine. You know, you go pure fighter, pure paladin or whatever. You'll be completely fine.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Brother Woljif, you've got my message then. So I couldn't swing by sooner, my dear sister Charismai. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles and then... Next, well, no, I was still in shackles and I was being watched. And then the chief got me out. And I came straight here. And you'll be waiting for me. Thank you for the 8. You can probably beat the game with just one character, but you would have to min-max quite a bit. Enough talking or else we'll be all night. So, we had a clear plan. We're going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods and leave. Even the neighbors called the guard. There was time to get away, but what happened? That bitch Irabeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us and have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. The burden of proof lies on the accuser. Woljif doesn't have anything. Doesn't have to prove anything. He speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so he'd have someone to hide behind if something went south. Burden of proof? Are you a city guard or something? I don't know how it is when you're lots. But in the family, the highest rank is always right. And here, that's me. The highest rank is always right? Fucking bullshit. We should slit her throat right now. Do you think Woljif knows the name of the traitor? Yes, he knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that Brother Woljif has been part of has very quickly come to an end. Their hideout location was passed to the guards or their competitors found out quickly where they could ambush them. Woljif is the only one who always comes out smelling of roses. If you think about it, you come to the same conclusion as us. I'd have said that meant Woljif was cursed with finding friends among losers and screw-ups. But now that we're with us, that means the curse has broken. I knew it was a good choice to make Land come with us. I knew it. That depends. He was indeed the most fortunate to find himself in a party with me. On the other hand, he has also ended up in a party with you. I think she means Lan or me. Probably Lan. Cannabis is burning. Why are you sculpting it instead of fleeing the city? I'd be glad to leave like the rest of my brothers and sisters, but in the family there's nothing worse than betrayal. And it's something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. If I don't find the rat, my superiors, let's just say, I wish I was burning in Cannabis. I want to keep living. So I'm gonna take a chance. Until I find out who is the traitor here, no one is leaving. Woljif, your side of the story. What is there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisma got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and 5 of those over there. Guess these 5 here. She rounds us up and she says we've got a score. Ancient trees and wonders. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place that's guarded by a golem. But now, a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession. Along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic. And we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny. So we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging about the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place. No calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's all too so far. Go on. We did everything right. With the locks and the golem, I picked the lock. I remember it as clear as day. Sister Dalma was on lookout. Brother Melroon had the scroll. Daffy, Tavi and Vornir brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in a sack. And one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled under the table after it, and the next thing I know, Irabeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table, not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail and put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth, and to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. Doesn't this just make Donna the fucking person that's suspicious here? Donna was on the lookout, but Irabeth was there anyway. So they caught you, poor thing. Stripped you of your loot and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Where is the Moon of the Abyss, brother Woljif? What is the Moon of the Abyss? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of the Ancient and Wonders. Sterling silver sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, you know, a crescent. A waning moon, and in the middle there was a dark crystal, like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Philman was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, I'll never sell it. It's the jewel of my collection. I used to go there to see what kinds of treasure there were in the world, and nothing else. There's nothing else to look at in Kenabres. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever saw a thing like that, you'd have the guards only the second you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging out Ancients and Wonders, doling over the Moon of the Abyss. Did you think you could swipe it all in a commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get scot-free and with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Why would Irabeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. If I was the rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and be long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the center can have a nice Woljif-sized dinner? The Moon of the Abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure, but it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. Ask got their thing for 8 months. You knew Irabeth's people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them. And now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was gonna say to you. The only problem is nobody returned the amulet to Philomen. Are you giving Irabeth a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I'd offer her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 heralds of Irene all into one. 3 heralds? Go on. Oh, you find knights who take bribes, but I'm sorry to say, Irabeth Tirabades isn't one of them. That's the whole sorry story. Some family this turned out to be. Just a name in the end. In a real family, people take care of each other's word. People take each other at their words. They don't throw out accusations. I didn't take the Moon of the Abyss. What am I gonna do with it? You can't send it to no Crusaders, especially when you can't wear it. You'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Charismai, I'll find it. And I'll drag the trader here by his horns. Just so you don't end up at the bottom of 7, but you know, you're gonna owe me for that? An apology, right here in front of everyone. You're gonna apologize loud and clear so everybody hears it. You'll say, sorry Woljif, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm gonna give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet.